welcome to my Nikke analysis series, where I will be analyzing the different aspects of the character designs and seeing how it adds to the characters. Although Rapi RedHood came out a month ago, I figured it's never too late to start creating an analysis series, so here we are. Rapi from her front, and although it does say this Nikke is not your partner yet, rest assured I have got Rapi, and she is now sitting amongst my top 10. So I matched the colors of Rapi together and used a color picker to determine that Rapi's main color is tomato sauce, or use the hexadecimal code down here, as that is what her color is. The one thing I found interesting about her design is that how she has these attachable cuffs, which, I don't know, they're pretty wild. She can just take them off now. Like, I don't think this is something that Rapi in the past would have worn. It definitely gives her more of an edgy vibe. And also the skull, maybe it's like a symbol to how RedHood doesn't influence her anymore. Like, I know it's like a vague link, but with the skull being there, I feel like she's carrying on RedHood's will. And she's saying RedHood's dead, but she's still a part of me. Like that kind of relationship. And I like how Rapi's got a new choker in her design. And it's kind of funky how they did get her an Elysian choker. Like, just because Ingrid was the first to claim Rapi and found her, she was like, oh yeah, we're just gonna give her an Elysian choker. One of my most burning questions about Rapi's design is when Rapi spontaneously metamorphosized on the field when she was fighting Levi and Behemoth. How does she know to get a Elysian choker of all things? How does she think, oh yeah, Ingrid's gonna love this if I get an Elysian choker right here? It's so random. Well, I mean, I guess it's Nikke, so I mean, game logic, I suppose. Game logic. And the one on her wrist, armband, I suppose, that, like, shows off some magical smoke when you tap her. It also looks like a Tilted Elysian logo. Like, you cannot tell me this one and this one does not look... That isn't the same thing. Okay. Also, the other thing that really bothered me was her whatever this is, a corset, strapless bra. What is this? What is this? I mean, it looks very cool from a design point. Very cool, but I feel bad for whoever tries to cosplay Rapi. Like, what is this? What is this? Okay, and then we've also got the Elysian logo and the wolf. More on the wolf later. But it's kind of cool how it's on her what I assume is her ammo pack. Or maybe like supply pouch. Okay, so this is a video that I took from the R&D team that I'm pretty sure we got after Christmas. The Christmas or winter update. Not the winter update per se, but like the short video they prepared for us. So they did mention, and I have some notes of what they said here, that they're trying to maintain Rapi's old image while incorporating a more stronger soldier-like appearance, and they're trying to use more advanced arc technology. Like, how did Rapi just know, oh yeah, when I transform during the battle, I'm just gonna suddenly get more advanced arc technology? What? What? I mean, okay, it's very cool though, very cool. And they're showing her rebellious side by lowering one side of her jacket. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Especially when I'm going to show Rapi and normal Rapi's comparison, you will see why this is very cool. And they showed this screenshot at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, where they show Rapi standing here with like a bunch of arrows to her equipment. And the text is my input, but it's kind of really interesting to what they put. Like, some of this I'm probably wrong about. Like, maybe this isn't chest armor, but I don't know, it's pretty interesting. Oh yeah, okay. I did think those ammo packs because they seem a bit too small to hold like bandages and things like that, because Nikke's normally get injured. So I thought it might be counterproductive. Maybe the commander holds the bandages, the first aid kit, I don't know. And something that was really interesting was she has like the counter's metallic pin according to the official Nikke video. She has a legion, she has the wolf, and she has the counter's metal pin. Interesting. It's really interesting. Let us move on to the next one, because what is this? I mean, it's very interesting that she's got sensory wires, and I'm trying to analyze her design choices, but I'm sorry, I don't I don't understand all that well either. Like, why does she have sensory wires? Maybe it's because when she overheats? Maybe? Maybe? I mean, if you guys have any, like, if you think you know, you can tell me in the comments. Yeah, and this also video, those other screenshots I took from the video were how she apparently has like a data hub here. And also like more of a closer look at the wolf, which I will be talking about a bit later too, because I think it's very interesting. Like this wolf. Oh no, that's the pin. That's the pin. My bad. It's her collar brooch. I think it's like her brooch. Very interesting. And we've also got a closer look at her gun, which also was very interesting. Like, it looks very similar to her old gun, where she has like the cross thing. Like, you can see on the where you go to the surface on the home page that it has actually it's like a picture of Rapi's gun. Like, it's a really weird picture of Rapi's gun, but you'll see when you look at it. So it has like the same like crisscross elements, and I kind of like the star, the thing that looks like Cindy's weapon. I don't know, it's like the new overspec sign, but it looks pretty interesting. Like, I don't it looks kind of weird for my opinion, seeing like just this randomly on a weapon and just this splattered across like this. But it's interesting. I like it. And kind of looks like a wolf. Like, you know how in RedHood's burst animation, she's like rearing towards the crowd? I think this is kind of what it looks like. Like, imagine RedHood. Imagine RedHood's face here, and her hair behind her as she's like charges like onward. Yeah, I think it's like a very brave gun. I'm not a gun expert, as you can tell, but I think it is. It's a very brave looking gun. And one thing we can't forget to analyze is the footstep walk backgrounds. Like, you cannot tell me that we don't need to analyze this in a series for analyzation. Like, I think it's really interesting. Like, these people just look like normal people and should be a crossing. And boy, does Rapi look so underdressed. boy, does she look underdressed. Yeah, I think it's also very I think it's very cool how she is black and white while the world is like vibrant. Yeah, and I really do like how they have all three of her versions. Oh, one thing that I found really interesting was how like the stage list had like film tapes, and when you try to repeat or like play the event, it'd suddenly get footsteps, and it'd have like the black tape. And also some like red underline. It's like Rapi's colors, like black and red. It's very cool. And we also can't forget this story 2. Stage 1 and stage 2. Yeah, and I also think this scene was so symbolic when Rapi as a I don't want to say non-combat, but like as a replace squad unit. I don't know what to call them. Like our dolls, our Nikke's mass-produced models. That's what I was looking for. When a mass-produced model meets, well, a goddess squad, I guess. And also something really interesting was how like you can see the barbed wire on the battlefield, and it looks kind of like No Man's Land. It looks very dead and dry, but when you try and play the event, you get bullets. It looks very lively. Everything's like a lit. It looks like we're all going into battle, you know? Nice and cheery, no barbed wire. Very nice. Very cool. And for the last stage, I think it's Rapi's burst animation. Which, to be honest, tell me if you saw the RedHood in the background of her animation. Like, I tried to see if I could spot the RedHood, but it's a blink and you miss it moment. And I think you can like only see it if you have like the lobby wallpaper. You can't see it in battle. You cannot see Rapi. I mean RedHood. Why wouldn't you see Rapi? I meant RedHood. My bad, my bad. I like it though. She's trying to create her own path. Like RedHood was trying to go right, like to the future, but now she's going left, and she's leaving her legacy behind to Rapi, who looks like she's gonna break the third wall. Okay, so the thing really interesting here was that it's like Rapi's jacket, and there's like no changes really between unplayed stages and played stages, unlike the one before, which was like really more stark in comparison. But I do love the way it's like the flame has relit in her, and it's all red and glorious. Glorious. Okay, so here's the video. Okay, so next we're gonna be reviewing the video, or as it's called, the motion demonstration video. But first, I really want to go over Rapi's SD model because I think this is gorgeous. Like, I would not mind making this my profile picture. It is too cute. Like, instead of having Rapi standing up as she's doing here, she is like tilted to the side. And just imagine running over and taking Rapi's hand and running off with her. Like, this is what I can imagine from this. She looks dead drop gorgeous. Okay, let's just watch the video.
What do you think of me, Commander? I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Okay, so this is an analysis video. We are gonna have to go back and rewatch that 5 seconds, like, a lot. Because there's so much to unpack in it, because it's Rapi's tap animation. So let's just go back. So the first thing we notice... Okay, you know what, let's just go back.
What do you think of...
So she like drops her arm, and then she does a salute, which I think is really cool. Like, it's a very Rapi thing to do.
Me, Commander. I'm curious.
And then look at this. She puts her hand down, and the sparkle is coming off from her chest plate. The sparkle's coming off from her beret. The sparkle's in her eyes. Ah,
To hear your thoughts.
And did you see that? Did you see that? The sparkle's coming off from her wristband. Rapi's too precious. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, she's precious. Look at that. It's like the exact same thing here, but you can see it better. So it's the same sparkles coming out of her wristband. Oh my god, imagine if this is like an over-spec Nikke feature. Like, they start twinkling. Like, and just imagine Enhwa twinkling all of a sudden. Okay, maybe I can't imagine it, but it'd be kind of cool if they all did twinkle. Yeah, I mean, the one interesting thing about this is how a 7th Dwarf Zero is supposed to be like a really heavy weapon. And she doesn't look like she's struggling. Like, she looks like, okay, maybe it is a bit heavy, but she looks like she looks so confident in it. She looks like she was born to wield it, which I suppose she kind of is. Okay, so also one weird thing I found about this, her weapon, was the back. Like, what is this? I mean, maybe there's some like design elements to RedHood here. Maybe. I just don't see it. Maybe it's a wolf, kind of like a red wolf. Ironic, I know. Okay, so as Rapi's in the battle here, it's really funny to like see her sparkles. And I love how they just attach onto the raptors during the battle. Like, this is pretty cool. Like, it really shows that Rapi's like an over-spec Nikke, and we see like this sparkle effect everywhere. Like, it's all over her design. It's all over her tap animation. It's all over even her gun. It's even on her gun, and it's even on her skills. So it's kind of interesting. Like, they're highlighting that Rapi is a special Nikke, which I suppose she is. Oh, so Okay, my bad. Okay, I think we were somewhere around here. Okay, so one curious thing I found about this was like the words above the weapon. I have no idea what it means. And I do love how it's like charging. Because like the Snow White's weapon that she made, the Dwarf Zero, the Seven Dwarfs. Like I love it's like a one charge weapon and you go pang. Or we could compare it to Snow White Innocent Days' version, where she just has unlimited ammo. But I think it's just trying to, I mean, I don't really know. But like I do love how it's like charging up. And we get like the suspension building up for Rapi to unleash that drill, which she, I think, produces in her burst animation. I don't know, the gun to drill lore is kind of weird, in my opinion. Like, okay, you can have a drill as a weapon if you want, like drilly and hammering. But that is not practical, Why did RedHood even want a gun and a drill? Like, that was such a random thing.
I've got this.
And how she gets, like, the rocket launcher effect. I mean, maybe it's that her weapon briefly turns into a drill. Maybe that's how it is lore-wise. Oh my god, Rapi! Oh, we can even see RedHood here. I thought I'd have to try a couple of times till I could get RedHood in. Yeah, I mean, I like her burst line. Fully active. 7th Dwarf 0. I think. Wait, if I mess it up, I'm so sorry. What if it was... Let's just listen to it fully first. I was so lucky with that pause on my laptop. I did not see it. I didn't see it with my own two eyes. So one thing really interesting is how like that beginning, like this bit here. Did you see when the light pierces in? It reminds me so much of RedHood's beginning of her burst animation, where you see that flash of light and RedHood starts charging into the right hand side, whereas Rapi is charging straight to us, which is kind of cool. Oh no, this is the next slide, my bad. Let's just go back.
What do you think of me, Commander? How heavy your burden has been.
Oh wait, what? I'm so sorry. I like sped through that without really realizing. Okay, so we see the light. Again, it looks exactly like these sparkles. Okay, we get it, Shift Up. You don't need to keep pressuring us with these sparkles. And then we see a colorless Rapi. And then RedHood in the distance. And then we see that sparkle again. No joke, I saw a sparkle. She gets a sparkle in her fist and then she becomes colored. I assume that she like absorbs the will of RedHood. She gains color. And then she has the drill. She punches the screen. Oh my god. What a diva. Anyway, if you just get rid of this, you can see that Rapi gains its like whirlwill effect. But she gains the drill, which I think is really dope as well. Because it really just gives off a vibe that she's using a drill. Yeah, and then she's like running off to punch that drill like she's doing in her animation. Like even though she's sitting here doing it, you can kind of like let your imagination fill in the blanks. And also like the explosions, like you can tell it's a drill because of how messy it is. How messy it is.
How heavy your burden has been.
Okay, that was the end of the video. Great. So, also one thing I forgot to mention about this story was the cover photo. And I don't want to try and like get mentioned to it. I don't want to like pretend I thought of this myself because I don't think I would have thought of this. So I give credit to this person from the OK Buddy RedHood not Discord server, I mean subreddit. And yeah, I do agree. I'll just read it out. Actually, I'm impressed by the artist. Instead of drawing them same height, he/she added killer heels to make them the same height. Our SSR Rapi try-harding for the cover photo. They didn't fully stand straight, as in RedHood. And then Rapi needed a taller firefight cover heels. Because their original heels are really short. They're like short studs. But here, they're like super long. They're like super long. They're fist bumping at an equal length, which is really dope. Because if you've seen the ending cutscene, Rapi barely goes to RedHood's shoulder. Like, I thought Rapi was a chibi when I saw that. No, RedHood's just tall. And RedHood barely looks like she's wearing any heels. Like, maybe this person may be covering it with their text, but she doesn't look like she's standing on anything too tall either. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is the hats. The freaking berets. So in Rapi's old hat, you can already tell it looks really different from now. In her old hat, she has like this logo that I think I talked about earlier. So if we go back, right here. It's on her pouch and it's on her ammo pack here. And it's on old Rapi's beret. So I was initially super confused about this thing, because I was like, oh my god, that has to be a nod to RedHood. But I asked I asked people on Reddit, and this nice person, Azuri on Reddit, told me that it says Skullcat underneath it, and they provided me with this picture. And apparently all the members of Absolute have it, which is kind of baffling in my opinion. Like, why does new Rapi have this also? Like, is she still not hungover quitting Absolute? Is she still not, like, stopped? I don't really know. Maybe my headcanon is that Ingrid, maybe like new Enhua, new Vesti, and new Emma are also gonna have it too. I don't really know what it means. Yeah, I mean, I like how it's a black star. Like, we've seen so much of these, like, starry elements. Like, even the supporter, wait, no, attacker symbols, like, starish kind of shape too, which is pretty interesting. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the new Rapi's beret comparison. Okay, the new stars, you can argue that it's supposed to be like straight and sideways, but when it's like this, it reminded me so much of the stars on the whatchamacall these, like the rare limit breaks. It reminded me so much of these, and I kind of thought for a minute, wait, where's Rapi's like red stars? I legit thought that Rapi had red stars till I went to check. Like, that was kind of sad. Like, imagine Rapi, because she's an overspec Nikke, she gets red stars instead of gold stars. That'd be kind of funny. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah, she has like a bullseye pattern, the same as before, but it's a bit bigger since it's reaching like the nape of her beret instead of like halfway on her old one. And she has 2 stars. Okay, why does she only have 2 stars? Like, she's like a niece here. Where's her like 3 stars? Where's her SSR promotion? Maybe it's like if she's linking back to her old times too. They're keeping design elements from when Rapi was still an SSR unit. Maybe. Maybe. So here's a photo of old SSR Rapi and new SSR Rapi. Like, let's take a look. I did not like old SSR Rapi at all. I just looked at her and I was like, oh my god, why is she so ugly. Why she's so ugly? Why did they mess her up like this? I'm so glad they changed her. Like, she looked down before, which I think creates like a really cold image, like because she's supposed to be working with us now. Because it looks like it kind of implies that she's looking down on us, and if she's looking down on us, then how small is the commander? Like, Rapi's supposed to be so short. Rapi's supposed to be hella short compared to RedHood, at least. And you're telling me she's looking down at us, so when we stand next to RedHood, we're like so short? I'm really glad they changed it so we're like the same height as Rapi. Like, imagine being shorter than Rapi. Like, we have no chance with RedHood. Yeah, and I think the old one is like, it looks a lot similar to the old old SR Rapi, where she still has a jacket on fully, and it's just like she's opened her jacket up to show cleavage. Like, the new Rapi, she has her jacket down. I do believe it's like she's making her own style more. Like, that is more a mix between SR Rapi and RedHood, because RedHood just has her jacket down. Rapi has hers fully zipped up. So it creates a nice contrast. Okay, yeah, look, you can also analyze the guns. They're the different, it's going, oh yeah, right. I created little memos, my bad. So the original SSR Rapi, she has her tie going from black to red, while Rapi is consistent red, which is very nice. She's not fading into dust and dying like Marianne or RedHood. She's staying. It's very bold, and I like it. And also, old SSR Rapi had really long socks, and her thighs look so off. Like, imagine this is her cutting off point for her thighs. It looks so like big compared to like her top half. Like, her legs are taller. Okay, maybe it's not natural that her legs are taller than her body, but it looks so disproportionate. Yeah, it's more similar to SSR Rapi. She even has a star that SSR Rapi has, whereas new Rapi has just a red marker and way shorter socks, which is very good in my opinion. Like, I don't know, it just creates like a more bold and more daredevil image. Like, she's trying her best. And the skirt here, she's got like a layered skirt. Like this, it looks really frilly. Whereas Rapi just has like a straight skirt, which I really think does give her a more bold image. Because, come on, who's going to take someone seriously with a skirt like this? It looks like pleated? I'm not sure if that's the right word. But it just looked like kind of less serious. I don't know. I would not take her seriously if she has this. Oh yeah, and the old Rapi, she has like a really weird chest plate. Like, it does look more technical, but design-wise, oh my god, the stars look so much better. Oh yeah, and the choker. You can't really tell she's wearing a choker, and she doesn't. There's like not much as big of a highlight as there is now, and she doesn't have like the Elysian mark. Which, I mean, she's paying tribute to Elysian. Like, congrats, Ingrid. You got a shout out. Okay, yeah. Old Rapi, like, her jacket looks so weird too. Like, her jacket's red on the outside with like black highlights, and it's kind of ugly in my opinion. Whereas new Rapi has it on the inside and black on the outside, which honestly looks so much more better in my opinion. And she even has a little star here. She has a little star. Yeah, I think it's so cute that they added like the red highlights near the collars of her jacket. Like, this looks so much better than whatever the heck this was. Like, we could have had so much worse. And now it's time to compare SR Rapi and new Rapi, which I can kind of see when they say they copied some design elements across. Like, I can kind of see now. Like, at the beginning, I was just like, oh hell no, she does look all too different, but she does look pretty similar. Wait, That did not make what sense. No sense whatsoever. But okay, let's carry on. Rapi's hair looks so much more flighty here and more wild, like she doesn't know what she's doing. But now it looks like Rapi's hair has finally calmed down and she knows what she's gonna do with her future. Oh wait, I probably should analyze these first. So the similarities I saw were that she has the similar buttons that she has here with this rope. Yeah, I'm not gonna try. She has like a short boot, but now it's like a bigger boot. Like I like it. Like her boots are epic. Like they look so nice. And they have like a red flare on the heel, but the SSR version has practically no heel, like we saw from. Yeah, this photo kind of shows it. Oh yeah, I mean this one she's wearing heels, but if you see here what this person shows, then she practically has no heel. Oh yeah, Rapi's proportions look very off. Yeah, the round stuff on her boots also makes her look so much more new and polished. I just love it. Yeah, okay. The next we gotta talk about is this really mystery thingy majiggy, which it's like, I have no idea what it's used for, but it does create some nice aesthetic. I'm sure it has like no really practical use, and I'm sure it's like purely there for aesthetic. We gotta admit it's kind of cool, and she has a proper star here. I mean, kind of similar to the one on old Rapi's thighs. But yeah. Oh yeah, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the collar difference. I mean, cuff difference between old Rapi and new Rapi. Old Rapi has a really tight cuff, whereas new Rapi has a really loose cuff, where we're able to see her wrist. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I think it's similar to old SSR Rapi. She has long socks, whereas new Rapi has shorter socks. And next we'll talk about the bullets. I mean, Rapi's changed gun now. She used to have an AR assault rifle, but now she uses a machine gun or a submachine gun. Okay, my bad. I did forget. Yes. She has bigger bullets, maybe because she changed to a bigger weapon, which does make sense, but I just thought I'd point it out. She does have like the similar thing where her bullets go like round, they loop around her legs, which I think is pretty cool. It's a cool design aesthetic. And she's wearing like a similar belt. Okay, we did get like close up of the belt during the video from the R&D team. That looks like this. It's like kind of spotty with holes in it with like metal surroundings, and they have an attachment piece. Now I'm returning. Yeah, the belt, she has the same belt. Okay, the main difference, Rapi, RedHood. We know she's similar to Rapi, but what about RedHood? My god, even in this thing, she looks like so. Rapi RedHood looks still taller. I mean, RedHood looks way taller than Rapi. Okay, I think we'll start talking about the differences. Like I did accidentally flash you. They have really different gloves. Like you can kind of see RedHood's thumbs poking out. So I think it's like she has like a sort of glove where her like thumbs and fingers are exposed, but Rapi has like a full coverage hand. Her glove covers her full hand, and we're not able to see any of her skin. Whereas RedHood, we can see her thumbs and her fingertips. And the pouches they have, Rapi RedHood has like a really small pouch, which they kept from her original design, whereas RedHood has a really big one, which I assume she keeps all of her like maintenance things in, or her bullets, since she does use like a sniper rifle. Oh yeah, and the really interesting thing is, you know how Rapi RedHood has like these black straps? Like she has them on her corset and she has them on her wrist. Well, RedHood has similar straps. Like we only see it in one place, on her thigh, she has like this black thing that looks really similar to it, which is really interesting to see. Like maybe that is an element they copied across. Okay, let's take a look at this. So this is Rapi's shooting pose. Look at this girl. Look at how she looks so focused. She looks like she's kind of pounding too, and her eyebrows are like furrowed in concentration. Like, ah! She looks so cute. And we also get like a closer look on her shoes, which they look so dope. And you can also see her gun. Looks kind of pretty. Looks pretty. Oh yeah, this is Rapi shooting from her when she's actually engaging in battle. And the really weird thing I found was on Rapi's shoe, you can see this really weird mark that looks like a C, opposite C, and a normal C combined together with the line through them. I have no idea what it means, but it's like, it's a nice choice. Like they have like this whole like brands and logo aesthetic going on behind the back. Like I'm kind of curious now. Like give us that lore. Who knows? Maybe we're gonna have like a Nikke researcher, Nikke creator Nikke, and Nikke clothes creator Nikke, where we'll get like a lore dump on all like the clothes and brands behind these characters. Oh yeah, and here we can see kind of more of Rapi's corset. I'll be honest, I don't know what much about corsets, but we can kind of see, and it does look interesting. Like I want to know what. I mean, good luck to any cosplayers out there. Please tell me how you managed to assemble Rapi RedHood's top. Okay, so here is the analysis of Rapi's chibi. And here's just her walking. They did her a bit dirty on the boots. But she just, it looked like bubbles. You'd find Levi's liquid. Like, it looks very weird. But otherwise, she looks gorgeous. Oh, it looks like she has like, what do you call the name? Like, she looks like she put something on her eyelids. Yeah, she looks like she put something there. She did some makeup. She has that blush there. Yeah, she looks like she did do her makeup. She looks great. She looks like she kind of did some mascara too. And this is Rapi reloading. I don't know why I pointed out that she's in this kneeling down pose, but I think it's interesting. Like some Nikkes reload in kind of weird ways. Like they do some stuff. But Rapi's doing like this kneeling down pose. It's great. Oh yeah, and okay, if we're gonna analyze Rapi's looks, we gotta analyze her voice lines. And this is a screenshot I took of Rapi. And yes, I do listen to Nikke in Japanese. In the screenshot I took, she has her eyes closed and she looks so gorgeous. Like, look at that. Look at, we can see her luxuriously long lashes that she's definitely coated in mascara. And she looks so adorable. She looks like she's let her guard down. And I feel so happy. Yeah, and don't overthink this arrow. It's just, I went to the voice lines page and it's not pointing anything. It's just to make the voice line viewing thing bigger. So here's just a range of voices lines I took out. I mean, I didn't include all of them. I certainly did not include any of the battle lines. Like, you don't see any, Commander! Or like any of those like sussy lines. Oh yeah, I also didn't include the Goddess of Victory, Nikke, voice line. But I didn't include like her main lines. Where she's like tapped in lobby, her like main stuff. When she's tapped in the outpost, when she's idle. Yeah, I included like the main ones where I think I could talk about it. So most of these are basically just Rapi talking about business. She's like, huh, I'm ready, let's fight, kind of thing. Yeah, so we'll just go through them one by one. Commander, I have some thoughts regarding the next mission. I feel like this is like typical. Yeah, typical Rapi. She's like, I don't want to fail. I have purpose in life. I want to move forward. Let's not fail. Let's do as best as we can. Like, this is the part that Enhua likes about Rapi, and that she scorns on Neon and Anise for. And we'll go to the next voice line, starting from the left. I'm looking forward to see what we'll do together. Which I think Rapi finds the commander fascinating, because he is pretty interesting. Like, he can do things no other human can do. So she's pretty intrigued, and she wants to stick with him. Like, she has front row access to something that not millions, but like a lot of Nikkes are interested in. Like, the commander literally has the most interestingest life compared to any other guy. I do not die or break, not under any circumstance. Yeah, I think she's just like hardening her will. Like, Rapi's determined. She's gained this ambition, and she didn't know what to do with her life before, but now she certainly has. She wants to keep moving forward with the commander and the counters. All systems are go. I don't think it could get any better than this. I think, yeah, similar to the ASMR, Rapi is just like polishing her weapons. She's polishing her weapons. Maybe she's talking about the data hub. All systems are go. Yeah, maybe she's talking about the data hub and the sensors that connect to her jacket. I will carry on what has been passed down to me. In the meantime, I will ask that you watch over me. This voice line is particularly special to me because it shows that Rapi's like finally depending on others. Like, before, she only depended on herself, and that was how she got through. She was alive. She lived through so many missions where her comrades died, and she's like loosening her guard to like say, oh yeah, I will trust you not to get me killed. She's such a sweetie. Yeah, and these last 4 lines were really interesting for me, and you can kind of tell by the fact that I wrote like kind of mini paragraphs here. So, saving the most sketchiest one for last. Let's just start with her idol. For the time being, may I tend to some personal matters? Here she's like probably talking about like speaking to Ingrid. Like, I think she likes Ingrid. Like, I'm not saying that Rapi doesn't like Ingrid, but she certainly has like a really big connection with her, seeing as she has so many of the Elysian logo around her body. Like, there's certainly some kind of thing where she views her as a mother or something. I don't know. I think she views Ingrid positively. I mean, yeah, or it could be Rapi just like wanting to talk to her Nikke friends, maybe, if she's got any, because she's definitely got a few after like how many people the commander knows, and she's tagged along for a few events, so she might have like some friends, or maybe she's just doing her own thing, and she's trying to train without Anise and Neon, who probably need the training more than her. And she's just trying to get accustomed to her weapon and learn to fight more. I mean, I respect her for it. Mad respect. Speaking of which, it's a long time since you were here. Oh yeah, we were away. Sorry to spoil it for you if some of you haven't caught up with the campaign, but yeah, we haven't really been in the campaign, in the outpost for a really long time. But I don't really like how Rapi speaks of us being in here. Like, wasn't it a while for Rapi too? Like, come on, just say it's been a long time since we've been here. Come on. Okay, but maybe because like Rapi isn't as young as we are. Like, she's really old, a bit younger than Litter or Litter. No, I don't know how you pronounce her name. So maybe she doesn't think of the time passing as strongly as maybe a human would. Maybe because so much has happened, but it almost feels like home. Oh, that's sweet. She views the commander's room, or what presumably is the commander's room, or the outpost, as home. Like, Rapi, it's clear that since she's lived in a hospital her life, like, she's never really been exposed to somewhere. And even as she's interacting with some of her new friends, we can tell that she's like not exactly, like, she doesn't have like her mates that she can call like people for life, or like her pack, you know? So I think it's like a huge deal. It's a huge deal. Like, it's a big step forward in Rapi's character development. Oh, and this most sketchiest one for last. Here we go. Personally, I think there should be a hidden room in the commander's room. Like, come on, come on. I mean, maybe it's because Rapi inherited RedHood's will, and RedHood's like a wolf, and wolves have like pack instincts, or like mate. She's thinking of the commander as her mate. And if you kind of think about how the commander's always with Nikke's all the time, maybe she just wants to like get him away from others and just hang out with just him, if you know what I mean. Like, you know how wolves, like the alphas of a squad, like when they hang out around, I don't know if this is just like a fandom thing, but like from what I know, like the wolves get like so territorial when they smell like other wolves around that wolf. So then they get kind of mad. Maybe like that's kind of similar with Rapi here. Maybe. I mean, it's just her desire to be with the commander. It just hasn't shown anything more than a handhold and a hug at this moment. I mean, at least she got a nice voice line though. We can forgive the hug and for just hand holding. Ooh, okay. This is my photo card inspired on Footstep Walk Run. I think I did a good job. I did a so good job. As you can see, Dragon, I have got a lot of gems. I am saving. I'm free to play, and I'm going to save so hard. I'm gonna get all the Evangelion characters, and also Maid Anchor. I'm gonna rock. I'm gonna get them all. Okay, so I mean, you can share your sticker cards profiles with me in my Discord server, which I will link down below. Yeah, you can. If you think you did a better job than me, then you're welcome to share. But I think I did a pretty good job to spiking Rapi here. So first, I gave Rapi her, not hers, but like RedHood's icon, her avatar frame, and she also does have like that wolf badge here, which is pretty cute. And it looks like Rapi's just like cocooned in RedHood's scarf, and she's wearing her horns, which that's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. And I gave her the Footstep Walk Run profile thing. And I even put my description as New Year, New Me. Like, come on, we wish we could have a glow up as good as Rapi did. Okay, so for the background, I used the Footstep Walk Premium background, which is kind of expensive because I didn't get it on the first try, but I saved up. I saved up my stickers, and I bought it. Like, it does great. It looks nice. It looks exactly like the. Let me go back. Yeah, it looks exactly like the Event album, which is. It looks so dope. I'm all for it. Oh, yeah. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. Anyway. I've got the Footstep Walk Run special stickers. So if you want to show me your profile card, you must have these stickers, or else they don't count, bro. They do not count. You should probably you should have the premium background. And it looks like Tokyo Skytree in the background. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it does look like Tokyo in a kind of tower. So you should have the Footstep Walk Run title and the special sticker of Rapi's hat and this mysterious smoke. Yeah. Anyway, I've also got old Rapi. She's looking on to her new version, like she's moving on to the future. RedHood's looking back as to the past, and she's no longer here anymore, so I put a cross. And I gave Rapi some sakura petals because sakura petals are like the symbol of change, I think. So it creates like a nice thing. And I also gave her the transparent flowers, which we can see here. Like, I think they're lilies. They do create like a nice aesthetic vibe. And I also gave her a twinkle here, which I'm not really sure where I put. I don't see it anywhere. I don't know where I put it. Oh, maybe it's here. I don't know. And I also gave the twinkle some neon twinkles. Like, come on, we love the sparkles. The sparkles are cool. Very cool. So yeah, this is my footstep walk run inspired profile picture. If you think you did better, then okay, we got some competition there. Okay. We can't do a Nikke analysis of Rapi RedHood without comparing her past as well. Look at my butt. I think I was funny here. I think I was funny when I made the Rapi RedHood minus Rapi equals RedHood joke. But come on, this I think is pretty funny. Oh, maybe it's not. It's personal jokes, inside jokes. So, Rapi, she looks so... Her hair looks a bit... She looks like... Her hair looks like the wild it is now. So I feel like she used to have purpose, and then she lost purpose when becoming a Nikke, so her became more wild. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know much on the why her hair's floating. If I did, I would have told you. Like, she looks such a sweetie but cutie patootie, though. Like, her hair looks so nice. She looks like a snack. I could eat her hair. Like a cookie. It looks like a cookie. I would eat that cookie if it looked like that. And look at her facial expression. Like, this one... the top one... I don't want to see a child like that. Like, if I ever see a child like that, I'm gonna hug them and make them know it's all gonna be alright. The second one, oh my god, she is so precious. Like, protect this child at all costs. Like, look at that. Look at the twinkle in her eyes. She has the same twinkle as she does now. She's brimming with purpose. She's happy. This is a must. This must be photographed. This must be taken a picture of. We must frame it and put it on our wall with our prized possessions. This is sacred. The third Rapi picture has her pouting. She looks so precious. Okay, anyway. The most concerning thing is her robe, her nightgown. Kudos to that ex-artist who made her, but it is concerningly pale since I can see her thighs. Her thighs. And she's concerningly thin and arching her back. Like, that is not healthy for you, girl. Stop. I also like the ribbon here. Like, it's tied up in a very childish way, and it's very cute. Yeah, okay, I don't think there's nothing more to comment on. She looks adorable. Tween Rapi. Oh god, tween Rapi. Okay, so one thing I really think it's interesting to talk about here is how young Rapi has her spark. My headcanon is when that nurse died, she lost her spark. She was like, what am I living for? So also Rapi's like thing changes. Her thing is, her Nikke is still as pale as ever, but it changes to a really flat design to like a curved. I mean, it looks like the Quipao. Yeah, it looks like Quipao, and her hair is like more flighty than it was here. I mean, I guess it's the same, but like it looks a bit more in my opinion. Oh my god, this face, I do not want to see on a child. This and this, please. And this is the way she ties her ribbon. Like, it's no longer childy and innocent. She has gone through some things. And if we just go through some of the key things I found about her skills, she has some interesting aspects. Like, I like her logos. Very cute. We have the star again. Swirling drill. Oh yeah. You see she attaches projectiles. She launches tactic projectiles to hit locations, and the projectiles explode. So, like, that's the explosions we saw earlier in the demo video. And the drill, I think, is definitely a part of it. And her burst animation, it's so interesting. When using class stage 1, squat sport action style. When using burst 3, stage 3, high mobility close range combat weapon. That's such a mouthful. Yeah, honestly, a better name could have been chosen. The names kind of scream similar vibes to this. I mean, to be honest, this one is kind of the lame examples I found. But I feel like Naruto does have such long names, like Doton, blah 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 blah. It's pretty dope. Gains my Rapi thumbs up of approval. Oh, so I also can't. She looks so gorgeous. Like, let this be the loading background. Like, I can't deal with depressed Rapi all the time. Like, please, 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 please. Also, to end the video, we gotta leave it with a shout out to Goggleless Rapi, sourced from the Japanese Goddess of Victory X. She is such a cutie patootie. Like, she is so cute. And her eyes, oh my god. She is clearly doing makeup, mascara. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So this is the first banner of January. Rapi's gorgeous. Okay, so I think after every analysis, we'll put the SD profile of the Nikke here so we can fill it up, make it look like a nice digital scrapbook. And you know what? If you've stayed till the end of the video, it'd be kind of nice if you subscribe. Like, I have 8 subscribers, but wouldn't it be nice if I had 9? Okay, anyway, thanks for watching my video. I hope you stay with me through this journey. I will try my best to stay free to play. I will try my best. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy my next video about Mana.